Ethan and Lucas hadn't spoken in years. Life pulled them in different directions, away from the village they once called home, a quiet place tucked between forests and fog. A place most maps no longer bothered to name. But every December, without fail, Ethan dreamed of it. Snow falling without sound, houses lit with candles instead of electricity, and a church bell ringing when no one stood in the tower. So when Lucas called 2 days before Christmas and said, "I think something's wrong with the village," Ethan didn't hesitate. They drove 4 hours, following cracked roads that grew narrower the farther they went. Cell service vanished. Radio static replaced music. By the time they reached the Woodenson welcome home, the sun was already sinking. The village looked untouched. No cars, no smoke from chimneys, yet every house glowed warmly, as if waiting for someone to come back. Lucas swallowed. "It looks the same." Ethan nodded. That was the problem. They stepped out into the snow. It didn't crunch beneath their boots. The silence was thick, unnatural. No wind, no dogs, no distant voices. As they walked through the village square, Ethan noticed something that made his stomach twist. The decorations, wreaths, ribbons, wooden toys were old. Decades old, the same ones he remembered as a child. Then he saw a figure in a window. A woman stood inside one of the houses, smiling faintly. Her eyes followed them as they passed. Lucas whispered, "Do you recognize her?" Ethan did. She had died when they were 12. The church bell rang. Once, then again. Lights flickered throughout the village as doors began to open. People stepped outside slowly, one by one. Villagers who hadn't aged a single day. Children Ethan remembered being buried. Men whose funerals Lucas had attended. They were all smiling. A familiar voice spoke behind them. "He came back late this year." They turned. The village priest stood there, his face pale and unchanged, hands folded calmly. "We wait every Christmas," he said. "The village needs someone to stay." Lucas laughed nervously. "This isn't funny." The priest's smile widened. "It isn't a joke." Snow began to fall, but this time it moved, swirling upward, wrapping around the houses. The road they came from vanished into white nothingness. The villagers stepped closer. Ethan felt it then, the pull. The village wasn't abandoned. It was hungry. Lucas tried to run. The moment he did, the villagers moved faster than they should have been able to. Hands grabbed his coat, his arms, his legs. He screamed Ethan's name, begging him to help. Ethan reached for him, but the ground beneath his feet gave way. Suddenly, Ethan was back on the road. Alone. The village was gone. No sign. No lights. Just an empty forest and falling snow. Police never found Lucas. Officials said the village had been abandoned for generations, erased by a fire long ago. No records. No proof it ever existed. But every Christmas Eve, Ethan hears the church bell in his dreams, and somewhere in a village that vanishes every Christmas, Lucas stands in a warm, glowing window, smiling, waiting for someone else to come home.